Herd. Now, tonight, before we dive in, we're actually going to try something a little bit new, and we're actually doing a Twitter giveaway. So if you want to head on over to Twitter and follow The Herd NDSU, we're actually giving away two sets of Fargo Force tickets this week. And all you have to do is tweet your response to the following question. What is the worst Valentine's gift you have received? So just tweet us whatever that worst gift was, and throughout the show, we'll be checking the tweets. We'll provide you with some reminders, and then at the end of the show, we'll read our two favorite tweets, and then we will announce the winners. All right, so getting into the first story of the night, and this one is just from last weekend, we have the first certified autism-friendly cruise line. So that's a little different, if you guys want to talk about that.
Yeah, well, Royal Caribbean, which is this amazing, like super huge brand of cruises. They have, it's the first line to be certified by Autism on the Sea. And it's about like a different cruise where adapted to people with autism, like different movies that don't have the sound too loud, and the stuff is trained, so they are going to be safe. They have like, I don't know if you guys know about autism, but it's like a really big thing. Yeah. So everyone's prepared, and it's gonna be great.
Cool. Yeah, and they also said that since like autism is so different in every case, that they're gonna specialize in all this different stuff. So it's not just like one type of autism and then everything specialized for that. It's like they have different types and different stuff that involves for that. So they have different kind of like safe toys to play with, like she said, movies to listen to, like just activities that are safe for everyone all together. And they even they're changing their like food, so it's they're getting, I think, gluten-free and dietary or dairy.
Yeah. Free. Same thing. And I think it's really cool. I was reading about it too, and the fact, I mean, you plan a vacation and you don't really think about like, I mean, you're like, okay, I want to go here. These are the things I want to see. And, to think of having to travel with someone who has, behavioral issues or a cognitive problem, how many different things need to be adjusted. And I know that they have special travel agents specifically for this cruise line that will plan your entire trip, and you literally just come.
That's awesome.
And so you just, this is my family, we're here. And I guess too, they're working, like you can bring your service dogs if you have them. And like you said, they're working with people that have like cerebral palsy and different, like Down syndrome, Asperger's, which, like you said, they're all so different. I think it's kind of, I don't know. It's the kind of, I mean, I guess, it's 2014, everyone is very, like, awareness for disorders and diseases is so big right now. I mean, that makes it sound like a trend, but, and so I guess this is kind of, I feel like it's like the wave of the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about a thing too that is, that maybe it's for good publicity too, like, it's not like, oh, let's do this for the children. It's like, let's do it for
backstory behind every good cause.
Like there are people who have money and they don't know how to deal with their children or whatever.
Right.
So let's come here and
that's funny, and I feel like that could probably be something that could be said about almost every one of these kind of stories that we bring up.
Like last week with the diesel.
Right. Just like, oh, it makes them look really good. But you also think too, I mean, they have to have staff that's certified to like work with children that are like this. And then you also think some of the cruise lines, they have youth that are certified. So then these kids have other kids they can play with who
nice.
won't, like cause problems or disruptions. And so I mean, I feel like financially that would probably take a lot. Yeah. So in this particular case, I would like to hopefully think that it's all like, straight from the heart.
It is good, and it's like a new thing that we haven't seen before. So hopefully they're doing it for the good rather than
right. Yeah. We'll keep a watch on it and see how things go. All right, so we are now going to head into a commercial break. Don't forget to tweet The Herd NDSU your worst Valentine's Day gift. We'll see you after this commercial break.
This is struggling for me today too.
No.
Game Point on SU TV 84. The latest and controversial issues are tackled by the SU TV Sports Panel. Game Point, 2:30 p.m. every Friday on SU TV 84.
Hey, I'm Mariah, and I'm at Bus because not only does it save me money, but with 20 different routes, it makes getting around Fargo much more convenient. I'm at Bus. Do you? You are watching SUTV 84, NDSU's student campus channel. To find out about the latest styles and trends and to keep up on all the latest gossip, watch The Herd at 5 p.m. every Monday on SUTV 84. Welcome back. Now, for this next segment, now you guys know spring break is coming up. It's about 3 weeks away, and I know a lot of people are going to beaches. People are going to, tropical places where you're going to be showing a little bit of skin. So you want to look good in that swimsuit. So I've got Morgan here and also Alyssa, and they are going to go through a couple different tips that you can implement over these next 3 weeks to be ready for spring break. So if anyone wants to go ahead and let us know how it goes.
All right, basically, this is just kind of a quick boost of confidence before you're donning your bikini. Everyone just needs that quick boost. So what this is, it's like a 3-week plan. It starts out 5 out of 7 days you're working out, so this is kind of a commitment, but I mean, it's worth it in the end.
Oh, for sure.
It includes implementing like 2 to 3 days of lifting, just like hand weights, something simple, and then cardio every day. So cardio can be fun though. I mean, I go to cycling, that's so much fun here at the Wellness. You can go to Zumba. I mean, there's so many different areas that you can do for cardio. And doing that every day is key. And then like Sunday can be like an off day, and then Monday is like arm exercises. Tuesday can be 45 minutes cardio, and you just keep doing that every week. Just up the intensity. My bad. And it's basically that's what the workout is.
And so for these 3 weeks, so now 3 weeks out, we've got the first mantra, and this is just kind of something like kind of positive affirmation, sort of something to keep you going. Pain is temporary, pride is forever. Now, I mean, if you're injured, don't try to push through that. But I mean, I definitely think that that's something, if, you're a little bit sore, but, you can still go through the motions, push through it, because, come the 3 weeks, you'll appreciate, I guess, that you push through it a little bit.
Well, I think, having a little bit of pain or soreness is fine. It actually feels good because then you know that you're doing something that's worth it. And if you're making sure that you're taking care of your body, making sure that you're stretching before you do lifting, even though you're only holding like 3 to 5 pound weights, you're still moving muscles that if you haven't been working out, you're not using. Another key with this workout is the amount of cardio you do each week intensifies. So the most you're gonna do the first week is about 40 minutes, and by the last week you're gonna be doing about 60 minutes. So you have to be prepared. You're kind of amping up your workouts each week, but that's also getting you in better shape for the long run. So you'll be able to, after spring break, keep it up. Because this is a good head start for, summer. And when you're going to be wanting to get ready for summer, because 3 weeks is not going to make your body.
No, exactly. And you definitely, like you said, it has to be gradual. I think some people will, looking at different, if you even just Google, 3 weeks till spring break, what do I do? People will say it's things like, okay, don't eat anything or only eat, these things and then work out an hour and a half a day, and that's not normal. And your body's gonna go into shock if you're, trying to do that. So heading into, you've got 2 weeks left. So we've got the next mantra there. And so that mantra is, I totally just
It's about excuses.
I am stronger than my excuses. There we go. I'm stronger than my excuses. And so basically, I mean, don't make excuses. And even if you have them, just know that, I guess have kind of the mental strength to kind of push past that a little bit.
Honestly, I feel like this is just so doable. And like with this, you have to incorporate the diet. I'm not saying that you should diet, like cut calories. I'm just saying you need to just start eating like fresh fruits and vegetables. You need to just stay on top of that sort of things. They also said that you should cut out like soda, candy, alcohol. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You're just gonna feel better, look better in the long run. You're also supposed to add water. Drink lots of H2O, lots, because it just completely like gets rid of toxins, makes you look brighter, fresher, really
When you're
helps.
hydrated, you feel a lot
yes,
better too.
Definitely.
For sure. All right, so last week you've got 7 days until spring break, and this one is I'm proud of my body and what it can do. And I think that's a really good one, heading into spring break, if maybe you didn't get through the workouts the way you thought you would, or maybe, you're like, okay, I don't look as good as I thought I would planned on, but you can look back, what did you do over these last 3 weeks? Like you did something and you put in some effort. So you should be proud of that.
And by that third week, it's not going to be as much of a struggle anymore. You're kind of have already started training your body to expect that it's going to be working out. You're training your mind. You're getting over the excuse time 3 weeks, and you're going to be looking forward to it because you know the result that you're going to get. So
Exactly.
Yeah, and in the end, it's like all up to you. Like if you feel good in your bikini, like you rock that bikini. Like if you want to wear a cover up, like you rock that. Like basically, just your confidence will show through in the end.
Exactly. All right, well, we are now going to head into a commercial break. Do not forget to tweet us your worst Valentine's Day gift. And when we come back, we are going to take a look at some Oscar predictions. See you in a bit.
Just keep some moving over here.
My mic was
You're watching SUTV 84, your home for to be determined NDSU's comedy improv club, with new episodes every other week.
Jitters is the NDSU Campus Communities Coffee Hub. Conveniently located right next to campus, Jitters Coffee has a wide range of amenities, including comfortable seating, Wi-Fi, and an assortment of beverages. Jitters is here to meet your needs, whether you're looking to relax and socialize or study in a rich, active environment. Be sure to make your way over for your morning brew, a bite at lunch, or for a break between classes. Get your fix only at Jitters.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU Bookstore has everything you need in your two favorite colors, green and gold.
Deeks Pizza. Prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
If sports talk is your game, then check out Game Point on SUTV 84. The latest and controversial issues are tackled by the SUTV Sports Panel. Game Point, 2:30 p.m. every Friday on SUTV 84.
Welcome back. Now, next Sunday, as many people know, is Oscar Day. It is the 86th Annual Academy Awards, and we're actually going to be having a special Oscar-themed episode of The Herd next week. So, to get us ready for that, we're actually going to go through and tell you guys what we predict for some different categories. We're going to go kind of from the bottom of the list, working our way up to Best Picture, excuse me. So I personally am pretty partial to Best Production Design. So this is basically, the set and everything surrounding that. Now, the 5 movies that are featured in this category are American Hustle, Gravity, The Great Gatsby, Her, and 12 Years a Slave. These are all super quality movies. I've seen a couple of these, but I'm gonna have to say that I would love to see The Great Gatsby win this Academy Award. I think that when you take a book and try to put it into a movie, it can be really hard because you have thousands of people who've read this book and they have this mental image of the scene that has been set, and so when you create the movie, you have to try to replicate that as best you can, and I feel like that's such a challenge. And I've seen The Great Gatsby more than once just because it was one of the few books that I actually liked reading in high school. And I feel like I was seeing the book in true form. And just the smallest details throughout the set, it just all seemed so, it was literally the book in movie form. So I personally would love to see The Great Gatsby win. Now, Alyssa, your turn.
Okay, so my portion,
Category.
my category, there we go, is animated features. So the 5 animated features are The Croods, Despicable Me 2, Ernest and Celestine, Frozen, and then The Wind Rises. I've been able to see 2 of these full movies, one of the half of the other one. It was a little harder for me to find Ernest and Celestine and The Wind Rises, but this is actually a big year for this category because the past few years they usually have about 3 nominations with animated films, so I think it's really big that there are this many films this year that they felt were up to par.
Yeah.
But I think hands down Frozen is going to win. I think Disney has really outdone themselves with this one. It's a musical in cartoon form. Children from ages of 2.5 years old know every single word, but adults don't mind going to it either, whether it's college students or their parents. It's a movie that everybody can enjoy, and I really think that the acting in this was done phenomenally. The voicing in it, the music was really great. One of their songs is actually nominated for an Oscar within the music selection category.
Yep.
So I think it's a very well-rounded movie. I think a close second is probably going to be Despicable Me 2. Despicable Me, the first one, was not even nominated for an Academy Award, so I think this is a big step for the producers of that. So all my money's going for Frozen.
All right.
I agree with that one.
Oh, I do too. All right, Morgan.
All right, so for my segment, I did the Best Leading Actress. So we have Amy Adams in American Hustle, Cate Blanchett in Blue Jasmine, Sandra Bullock in Gravity, Judi Dench in Philomena, and Meryl Streep in August Osage County. And you guys, on this one, I'm torn. Because Cate Blanchett, her performance in Blue Jasmine was like prime. It was great.
Okay.
And she played like a mentally unstable divorcee. Like the movie wasn't my favorite, but she made it so believable. Like I connected to her. But I am a huge fan of Amy Adams.
Yeah.
American Hustle is what she was in, and she played like a con artist who was the brains and the beauty of the operation. She used like a British accent at points in it, and honestly, I was like super jealous that she got to be the love interest to Bradley Cooper. So maybe that has to play into it. But so there, I'm torn. I think Cate Blanchett is going to win, but I want Amy Adams to win. So it's a toss-up.
Toss between those
Yep.
two. I haven't seen either of those 2 movies, but I've seen both of them perform in other films. My money is personally on Amy Adams.
I mean, she's so good. Like Enchanted, that's classic for me. She was so good in that one.
Yep.
I think the biggest fear is that Meryl Streep is just going to come out and win yet another Oscar.
Just sweep it. But Jennifer Lawrence did win against her. Was that for
last
the Oscars
year
Yep.
in Silver Linings Playbook.
So maybe Meryl Streep hit her peak and she's starting to.
I don't think Meryl Streep will ever hit her peak.
She doesn't have a peak. She just keeps going up. All right. So when we come back, we're actually going to head into a quick commercial, but then we're going to come back and look at Best Leading Actor and then also Best Picture. See you in a bit.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU Bookstore has everything you need in your 2 favorite colors, green and gold.
Hey, I'm Mariah, and I'm at Bus because not only does it save me money, but with 20 different routes, it makes getting around Fargo much more convenient. I'm at Bus. Do you?
Deeks Pizza. Prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
Welcome back. Now we have June and Jordan, and they are going to talk about their two preferred categories for the Academy Awards. So Jordan, if you want to go first.
Okay, so my category was leading actor, and for that I have Christian Bale in American Hustle, Bruce Dern in Nebraska, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one, but it's Chiwetel Ejiofor in 12 Years a Slave, and then Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club. And for this, I obviously want Leonardo DiCaprio to win. I'm a die-hard Leonardo DiCaprio fan, so I want him to win. But he just deserves it because he's been nominated 4 times, and 3 for leading actor, 1 for best supporting actor. And I don't know, I feel like in every single movie he's in, he can become that part so well that it's so believable. Like he said in Great Gatsby, he became the most charmful man in the world. And this one becomes a very hated man. But I saw this movie too and I loved it. It was one of my favorite movies I've seen all year. And I personally really hope he wins because he deserves it. He's a great actor. Yeah. And he's really hot.
That doesn't really hurt, of course. All right, June.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about which movie I think is going to win the Best Picture. First of all, I loved American Hustle. I loved it. Yeah. But my favorite one is The Wolf of Wall Street. As she said, it's such a random movie, such a different movie. You can actually see so many things going on in that movie that are completely surreal, that nothing to do with the reality. But it's actually based on a true story. The character really existed, and he experimented with all of these drugs, and he won all this money, and everything that happened in the movie, it's kind of what happened in the reality. But I don't think it's gonna win. I wish it went. As you said, Leonardo DiCaprio, it's amazing in that movie. But I think it's it's gonna win 12 Years of a Slave.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's such a controversial movie. Yeah. It's about a black man that is free, but he got into the slavery. I haven't seen this movie, but it's a really controversial movie, and Hollywood loves this kind of movie. And especially Oscars, the Academy, they love it. So it's kind of the typical movie that would win.
Yeah, I can see that.
You think so?
Yeah. I was for mine, I was kind of guessing that actor who was in 12 Years a Slave was going to win the Best Actor because the girl in it got so much publicity for it.
She did.
Just what she wore on I think it was the Golden Globes?
Golden Globes, yes.
Literally everywhere.
All I can say is I'm very excited for next week to review some Oscar red carpet fashion because I know she is going to slay along with so many other people. I feel like, especially with Best Picture having so many films in the category, I feel like it'll be really hard. I know Her was really good.
Is there usually that many in this category?
For the last 2 or 3 years.
There's been, they've just been putting out such quality movies, over the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'll be really interesting to see who wins, and then to see, who measures up as far. Part of me kind of wants to put some money on our predictions, but I don't really have a ton to lose right now, so
I don't really have much money to just throw around right now.
Maybe we won't go there. All right, so ending the show today, so thank you to everyone who was able to talk about their Oscar predictions. Now, I know that 30 minutes probably isn't too much time for you to kind of think of the worst Valentine's Day gift you got if you've gotten quite a few. So we're actually going to carry this giveaway into over to our Facebook page, and it's going to end actually on Friday. So be sure to either message us or comment on any one of our posts. We actually have it posted right now, what the worst Valentine's Day gift is that you received. And then Friday, we will be announcing both on Twitter and our Facebook page who the winners are. And then Monday at the beginning of the show, we'll be announcing them as well. So thank you so much for joining us today. Next week is our special Oscar-themed episode, so get ready for lots of glitz, glam, and movie stuff. We will see you then. Have a great week.